This might get weird.
Now we're going.
Now we're really rolling for reals.
Here's
Oh.
hoping.
Cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
Oh, another beautiful coffee drinking Monday morning with a little bit of rasp in our voice because we've had quite the adventures lately.
Wow, we've had a weekend. I have just the layers of phlegm built up in all of the parts of my body.
Gorgeous.
Thank you. I know. I feel like I'm thriving on a Monday morning.
We always are. We usually are. Yeah, guys. Wow. Before we get into all of our things,
Speaking of traveling,
we're going on tour.
Yes.
It is so close. By the time this podcast comes out, it'll be 1 week before our Phoenix show.
1 week.
So, like, get your goddamn tickets.
Phoenix, I don't know if you saw the Instagram video that we put up.
It was art.
I don't know why we don't do that more often.
Truly.
For videos, but yeah, we'll be like a little over 1 week, a 1 week and a day out by the time this podcast comes out from our show in Phoenix. That what else are you guys gonna do?
Yeah. Seriously.
On a Thursday night in the heat.
There's only so much time you can spend in a pool before you're a total prune in Phoenix. So come cool off at Stand Up Live with us. And then the rest of our tour kicks out right after.
In August, we're going to Seattle on August 2nd. We're going to Portland on August 3rd. We're going to Denver on August 16th.
Ooh, Rocky Mountain High.
We're going to Dallas on August 17th, Detroit August 23rd, and Minneapolis August 24th.
I mean, it's an adorable sounding tour. I can't wait to be on it and / figure out what the fuck this tour is.
Yes.
Me and you need to have some meetings.
One of our greatest business qualities is that we talk about having meetings versus having the actual meeting.
Between Austin and this past weekend, we've been together 70% of the time.
I know.
And have not planned one goddamn thing.
And if someone read our text message thread of being like, next time we hang out, let's
get it together. Yeah. We're motivational talkers, not actually doers.
I feel like our FBI agents that are monitoring our phone have like socks in their mouths from screaming at us of being like, just get it together. Finally. We've been watching you guys text about potentially getting it together.
Oh God, if Tony Robbins became a private detective, he'd be ripping his probably hair plugs, I'd say, out in the corner.
Couldn't tell. The one time I saw him in person, he's such a tall man, I couldn't see the top of his head.
That's a great life hack.
I know. If you
be so tall, they don't know you're bald.
Oh, get stilts. They're probably cheaper than hair plugs.
Wait, there's a new term for dudes.
What?
Talled. Be like, I don't know if he's bald because he's so tall I can't see up there.
Wait, did you make this up?
I just made this up.
I thought this is real.
I like talled men. Tall, bald men. My word. No, we're really excited to go on tour. I do know for sure I'm going to do an excerpt reading of my Mamrie Hart, Tony Stark fan fiction book that was given to me.
You have to. The one that you found recently in the
storage unit. So I'm excited about that, but we got to figure it out. You guys, sorry, we will not take this podcast to become the meeting.
This won't be the brainstorming session, but at least right now you guys know that we are eager and excited and have not fully moved our needle in terms of creative process.
No, not at all.
Point.
This is the process.
But that's the fun thing that we convince ourselves is how we operate best is by anxiety-inducing deadlines.
Like literally dreams, and I know we talk about our dreams a lot here, but like dreams where it's just so not even, it doesn't need to be interpreted at all. I'm having dreams where I'm on stage at Stand Up Live on July 5th and I don't have anything to say.
Yeah,
there's
no symbolism. There's absolutely no symbolism. No. There's no metaphors.
My brain is like, we're over it. Like, you clearly don't get it when we give you anxiety dreams. We're going to get straight to the fucking point. Also, I've been having a lot of anxiety dreams. Sorry, this is not a dream podcast, but probably not the best idea to watch Handmaid's Tale before you go to sleep.
No, see, I've
done that a couple nights the last week.
It's like, I mean, you would say that to me about watching 10 Hours of Making a Murderer. It's not the best to watch before you go to sleep.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, slap my wrist.
No,
tell me not to do it.
I haven't even endeavored into the world of Handmaid's Tale. I know it's going to be a lot.
I don't think you could handle it.
That's what I mean. I think it's going to be too much, and I don't even know the safest environment for me to even start like seeing what it's all about.
No, I think I should go to your house and block it from Netflix. I think I should. I think I put a child
parental controls.
Parental controls. I think there should be friend controls. You can go in there for when you know your friend can't handle it, or like if your friend just broke up with someone.
That's what I'm saying.
You go in and you like parental control their Spotify and their TV and stuff to be like, you know that shit's gonna make you sad and remind them of you. That's
a great app idea to present to Shark Tank.
For rental controls.
Yeah,
friend rental.
We'll workshop
on
it. We said this wasn't a brainstorming session,
No.
but maybe it is.
Maybe we just made a lot of money.
But there's actually something kind of cool to be like, here's this
Take
app.
my phone.
You get to set a passcode to it so that you're in control of who I can and can't talk to, and I can't see these people's like social media
Contact,
accounts.
social media. Oh my
unless
God.
you give me the passcode.
Grace, we're going to be so rich.
And we're gonna break up so many friendships.
Yeah, no, totally. No, but even like people, not even just straight up a breakup, but more just like, hey, I know that person makes you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
So you don't have to unfollow them, but I'm going to put them under your controls to where you can't look at them and like feel weird and jealous.
And I have the passcode, so you can't actually look at anything unless they're, I mean, you can go on any other device. You can look on your other friend's phone.
Look,
it just makes you.
There's always a
closer.
workaround.
It
It's
makes
just
you
the hurdle.
closer with your other friend that just feeds your drug addiction
Right,
for wanting to
totally.
see these profiles.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. Everyone has that friend where you're like, will you look up this account for me?
Yeah,
I'm too scared I'll accidentally hit the button.
I've already done it.
Oh my God. All right. Well, we have had quite the time because in the last 5 days, we
Wow,
did.
it's only been 5 days.
It might have been 4. We've done a day at VidCon in Anaheim, which for you guys who are so blessed in knowing podcasts, but not YouTube.
Yeah.
VidCon is a massive convention in Anaheim that.
It's like Comic-Con for YouTube.
Yeah. And now it's not even just YouTube because.
No. It's owned by Viacom now.
Oh my God.
So it's like MTV.
The root of all.
The root of
I'm not even going to finish the sentence in case they want to give me a job. But now it's not even just YouTubers. It's TikTokers. And it's like, TikTok, you're 2 years old.
Yeah. And also, do any of you know Kesha? Because she did this first.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like TikTok, it's your curfew, 6 p.m. Children, absolute children with egos the size of parade floats.
And it's been that way a little bit the last few years because of Musical.ly and all of these apps that like promote a younger demographic, which makes me uncomfortable.
The come and go ones.
Yeah.
Like why are there people who have massive followings because they can kind of lip sync to Ariana Grande? Like, who gives a shit? Right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Am I the old crotchety one? Is this my role?
No. I was just thinking that like there's a difference between lip syncing for your life on RuPaul's Drag Race and Musical.ly, and that's where I'm like,
right? No, but the drag has art behind it. If these TikTokers were walking around with their own hair and makeup and insane costumes that correlate to a theme while doing death drops
and bits,
that's one thing.
Yeah, it's but I think TikTok got bought by Musical.ly, and so it's like all in the same universe. But so basically at this convention, we had one day that we were there.
Yes.
And
we filled it all up. We were like, we're going to get in, get out.
I learned the Mamrie Hart like rules of conventions, which changed my life, which is consolidate.
You're going to be tired no matter what. And also, I mean, this is a life hack for any type of convention work or whatnot. If you can fit everything on one day, you're honestly going to be in a better mood. I don't need to be sleeping in a random ass Hyatt an hour and a half from my house while avoiding TikTok parties.
I know so we went, and one of the most like cliche moments was we were in an SUV coming back because that's how they transfer you or from the hotel to like the convention center when you have to do things in an SUV just to like keep everything moving and keep everyone like safe. And we were coming back from our meet and greet, and Timothy Delgado was in the car with us,
who we love. He was in the front seat. We were in the middle row,
and then there were 2 people in the back seat. And in my mind, they just looked like TikTok teens.
TikTok teens, like little baby JJ, Mike. I don't know. Like, you're like someone who's made a living off like a white boy who's 11 who like lip syncs Migos.
It's
it's the Mamrie Monday morning I'm a bitch hour.
No, vent it out. And we started talking to Timothy about just like life and work and things like that.
He just got married.
And he was on Wild 'N Out for so long, and like
he was in our movie Dirty 30.
Yeah, and so we're having like a real nice those are the moments of VidCon I love, when you see people that you don't normally hang out with, and you get to have like even for a split second a real conversation, like a sweet, nice,
just like a catch-up shuttle.
Yeah, an engaged conversation in like a taxi cab confession, but like in
less,
but
pussy.
like just for friends. And then this kid just kept inserting himself. The 15-year-old just kept inserting himself into every aspect of our conversation.
Oh, it was awful. It was like Timothy. We were talking about he left Wild 'N Out, and he'd be like, "What show are you on? Yeah, I've heard of it.
What's it on? MTV? Oh, yeah. Yeah. And we're like, you've never...
He just kept inserting himself. But the one that got us is we were talking to Timothy and we're talking about our podcasts. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah, what, you talk about podcasts? We're like, yes, sir. We were talking about podcasts. And he goes, yeah, I like podcasts. I listen to Jake Paul's Impulsive. Do you like that podcast? You guys...
I pretended that I was deaf for a second.
I was like, oh, here we go, young child. I think I kept it together pretty well. I said, not a fan of that guy. Nope, I don't. And then he goes, why not? Why not? Like, it was like a little kid brother.
It was a little brother that was like nagging at your actual coattails, being like, hi, pay attention. He also muttered to what I learned was his 18-year-old talent manager right after that. If his other manager wanted him to do a podcast, he would.
He would do it. I'm sure that guy has a lot to say. I'm sure that kid has a lot of things to bring to the world.
I mean, I'm sure that kid's been to CatCon a few times. So.
Yeah, right. He can tell the stories. No, but anyway, it was just so awkward when you have a 15-year-old being like, "Why don't you like Jake Paul?" I was very PC. I said, I just don't enjoy that guy's humor. I didn't like go off about it.
No, you didn't. We all kind of like pretended we weren't listening and he was nagging, and then all three of us just sort of like laughed at him being like, but he's the best. And we're like, ha ha ha.
I could have birthed you.
Hey y'all, do you want a sweet deal? Because I've got some honey for you. HoneyBook, to be exact. Yep, if you've never heard of HoneyBook, HoneyBook is an online business management tool that organizes everything from client communications to bookings to contracts to invoices, or in my case, which I love, an e-signature. Because don't you dare send me something and expect me to print it out and sign it with a pen and put it in the mail. What is this, 1983? I'm not Melanie Griffith. This ain't working, girl. HoneyBook also consolidates all the programs you're already using, like Gmail, MailChimp, Excel, Google Suite, QuickBooks, and puts it all into one place. It's the #1 choice for client and business management for freelancers and business owners. So save time and do more of what you love by using HoneyBook. And for right now, if you want to try it, you can go to honeybook.com and use the promo code TMGW, and our listeners are going to get 50% off their first year. What? That's like half off. I'm not great at math, but it's half off. Payment is flexible, and this promotion applies to whether it's a monthly payment or also annually. So go to honeybook.com and use promo code TMGW for 50% off your first year. That's honeybook.com with the promo code TMGW.
God bless the moment that saved the day.
That the total, complete, like, palate cleanser. We get out of this SUV and are greeted with our new favorite person on the internet. Not even person, Pickles the Pig.
Pickles the Pig.
You guys know you're doing your like career correct when you are shoulder to shoulder with a internet famous pig.
I mean, I don't often like tout religion on this podcast, but in that moment I was like, God is intervening and saying, don't talk to this kid anymore. Here's your other
Pickles
gift
the pig.
from me.
We met this pig who was very sweet, and the owner was super complimentary and lovely. And then but then Pickles slid into our DMs.
Living with Pickles. We love it. And she slides into the DMs with the actual, like, she writes out like Pickles is talking.
But this is what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Is people, because I know I have a pet account for Beans.
Yes.
And I speak as Beans on the pet account.
And we actually,
but I don't make it precious.
No. And I feel like even before you got Beans's account, we had a conversation about how's it going to go?
Yeah. What's it going to be like?
What's the voice? What's the tone?
So, like, how do you feel about pet accounts that are okay? Here's what I'll say: pet accounts that speak as if they're the pet. Here's the deal: I don't mind a first person account. You know, like I have Beans being like, "I'm a bitch and I know it," or like whatever.
That I love. Renee Charles NYC, I feel like, does a great job of being like, "Is it brunch yet?" Like these like sassy little things,
little quips. What I don't like is when an owner speaks through the dog and references themselves. Because like I follow a couple dogs, which I really love them. They're like hilarious and cute looking. But then sometimes the captions will be like, when my mommy rescued me, or like, I love my mommy. And I'm like, no, I know mommy is writing that caption, and it weirds me out so badly.
Yeah, that is weird. I don't know exactly how to like quantify that
Navigate
in my
it.
brain, but it is extreme. There's some psychological layers to what's happening there that makes me uncomfortable.
It's just a little like masturbatory of like, yeah, you're congratulating yourself for rescuing this dog a lot.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows it's a rescue. It looks like a puddle with an eyeball.
It looks like a Q-tip melted with a googly eye on it.
It looks like there was a fire at Michael's. But yeah, I'm not into being like my mommy.
I mean, there's a certain amount of energy and like commitment it takes to be able to pull that off. Because the thing that I loved about Pickles is that she has also created her own.
I don't know. Pickles is.
I don't know. I think she told us the gender.
Non-binary.
It's like jargon. It's dialogue. Like she's spelled things differently.
Hold on. Read the DM.
Okay.
And Living with Pickles, we are saying this out of love because we are obsessed with this pig. But like,
also,
you can't receive a DM from a pig and not read it on your podcast.
Okay. Yeah. Pickles, you know what you're doing. Also, I looked into all of the rest of the stuff that she does because she has like a farm, and
she rescues animals. It's incredible.
And they have a French bulldog named Dill, so it's Dill Pickles.
Dill Pickles. They also have a lamb named Oreo. What's up?
And they also have a bunch of little puppies that are available to be adopted right now. So
go check out Living with Pickles.
Okay.
And now let us dissect this DM.
It's really sweet.
No, it totally.
I know.
Look.
Okay. It's so nice to meet people who 100% deserve their success. You are a beautiful human, Grace. Thanks for making my mama's day today. Love Pickles. Living with Pickles. I love you. We got out of the TikTok stress factory and then we saw you and you were such a welcome, relaxing respite. And then we went back up to our room and I got this DM immediately and I was like, this is VidCon 2019
You just
for me.
have to understand. We get down there. We drink each a double vodka soda.
Which, side note, the bartender remembered me from last year.
Which was incredible. Well, hold on. We'll get to that. We do that. We go hug some people for like 2 hours, people for a meet and greet. We come back. So we're like out of our minds because we've been going, hi, how are you? Hi, how's it going? We've been talking for 2 hours straight.
We're in autopilot, goofy, silly mode.
So then when we get back up to the room and then you get a DM that has the phrase thoinks in it. And guys, that's a TH oinks.
Yep.
I fell out.
Mamrie fell off the couch.
I died. I want thoinks. Like, you've heard it here first, guys. We're saying talled men for tall, bald men, and thoinks when we really are like.
We're creating our own urban dictionary now.
Thoinks Pickles.
And if Pickles doesn't have Thoinks merch, I don't know what they're doing with this branding.
I can't even deal. Oh, so back to the bartender.
Yes.
So when we were getting ready to go to our meet and greet, we go to the bar, which wasn't open yet.
Yeah,
It was 10 minutes till it was even open.
This might have been a real low point at our VidCon 2019. We got there early.
This is why I'm day 2 of a detox.
Yeah, we got there early because we knew everything takes longer to do than what you imagine it will be to do. And so we were like, okay, we have time to go down to the bar, just grab a drink and go to our meet and greet.
Absolutely. We get there, we sit down, and we go there once a year, and there's, I don't know, 60,000 people that pass through that area. Sits down, and the bartender goes, oh, I remember you from last year, to Grace.
And I wasn't even there. I came and went from Palm Springs house to VidCon.
Look, I'm going to blame it on your attractiveness and not on how much you sat at that bar.
Sure. But also the funniest part of the story is we went to the bar. It wasn't open yet. So we found a dark corner with a bench and we just sat there
till it
counting
opened.
down 10 minutes until the bar opened.
But then when our meet and greet was over, after the interaction with Pickles, after we've already been brined, we go back and I'm like, all right, let's grab a second drink, bring it upstairs so we can sip on that while we wait for room service. We go back, we walk through, he goes back again, and I just go, fuck you.
Yeah, Mamrie.
Or did I say fuck you or shut up?
Shut up.
Shut up.
Mamrie, like immediately, I didn't even realize that he was like talking at us at that moment because I was still in my Pickles haze and I just hear Mamrie go, shut up. And then I was like, what? She goes, I'm sorry. I just reacted.
It was a knee-jerk reaction. We got our drinks and as I'm signing the bill, I'm like, sorry, I told you to shut up. Like I had a full apology.
He loved it. Yeah, she had an apology video set up and ready for it to play for him.
God, I need the views. So I mean, in a nutshell, that was our VidCon. We did like a panel and it was all good to go. And then we got the hell out of there.
Yeah, the panel was really sweet. Thank you to anyone that came to the panel, the Holy Trinity panel.
It was fun.
I feel like it might be our last one.
It might be. I mean, I might not go about it. Look.
I know we're gritting our teeth saying this, but
we're our last one.
I think I did my due diligence.
Look, we ended the panel ended. If we're going to end doing panels at VidCon, it ended with me touching mom's boob. So we're good.
I cried in front of humans.
Yes.
And Mamrie touched a fake boob.
A lovely mom gave us a whole
very heartfelt speech.
Diatribe about being there for her daughter as she went through breast cancer and she's got new boobs and this, and mama definitely was a regular at the bar we had just been to, but like she was fully like, I've been drinking. Was very emotional and sweet, and then I said, that was so touching, now I'm gonna come touch them, and I got off stage and I touched some brand new titties.
She did. I'm sure there's a couple like blurry photos and videos out there of Mamrie touching some new titties.
So like, what a way to
me,
go.
like wiping tears away from my eyes. So like we were all firing on all cylinders, and then we left.
Nowadays, it feels like approximately 8 to 9 million beauty products are launched every month. And while I'm curious to try them, I never do because I'm not trying to put down that level of cash if I don't even know if I like it or not. Well, that's where Birchbox really saves the day. Birchbox is a monthly subscription-based box and also e-store that sends you 5 samples of like high-quality, premium beauty products every month. It's the perfect way to test drive a sample size before you invest in the full-size product. Like they sent me the Wander Beauty Baggage Claim Gold Eye Masks, you know, the one that are like metallic and celebrities are wearing them on their private jets. I love them. I feel moisturized and I felt like Cleopatra. So now I refer to the little card they put in each box that shows me how much buying more in the full-size version is on their e-store. It's awesome. And even more awesome is that we've got a deal. If you go to birchbox.com/TMGW and put in the promo code TMGW, you get $5 off your first Birchbox. What? That's code TMGW once you go to birchbox.com/TMGW. So give it a whirl. What have you got to lose? Except your mind by how much you love it.
Can I say one more thing about VidCon?
100%.
So, again, I'm sorry if this is like too inside baseball for people who don't watch YouTube.
These are our lives.
This is not what I want the podcast to be about at all. But when you go to an event like this, you've got to. So Tana Mojo and Jake Paul are engaged.
Right.
For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, God, I wish we could trade bodies. I would love to be unaware of all this. But so they're engaged, they're getting married, and I guess he surprised her on stage at VidCon and read her a poem to announce their wedding date. Would you like to hear the poem?
I just want to remind everyone that Tana Mojo has an MTV reality show, and this entire convention is now sponsored by the company that owns MTV.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
there might be a little bit of promo.
Yeah.
No hate. Tana is very sweet to us.
No, she came up and said hi and was like incredibly kind.
I think she's working the system.
She's doing it,
killing it.
She's got more balls than I do.
So Tana's. So Jake's.
Oh no, he wrote a
poem. That's when Jake surprised Tana on the VidCon stage with a poem that he wrote for her. So here it goes. Poet laureate Jake Paul. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the Paul family. We welcome you with love. From the moment I met you, we fit like a glove. Logan and Bella can hate. The world can question our fate. But on July 28th, you can all save the date.
That's a pretty quick wedding. Wow.
Pretty quick. And I love when you do a romantic gesture by saying people can hate. Fuck them.
Yeah. I'm sure there was a dab somewhere in there.
Yeah. Oh my God. On our wedding day, you'll look fab. I'll come down the aisle. I'll surely dab.
I don't know how to feel about all that.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought that was hilarious.
Good for them. Where can they go from poems? This is scandalous. Yeah. How else can they increase the reality tension?
So congrats on your wedding. But speaking of weddings, we went to a different YouTube wedding this weekend. We attended the wedding of our dear, beautiful friend, Gigi Gorgeous, and her hilarious, incredible bride, Nat Sketty.
Yes.
And it was a goddamn tornado of sequins and memories.
It's beautiful. It was the wedding of the century.
Yes, or at least the year. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful. To be honest, guys, we thought we thought it was going to be like 500 people because we loved Gigi, but we got invited and we were shocked. It was only like 150 and we were like, how the fuck did we make the cut?
It was insane. We were all speculating before him out of just like pure nerves of like feeling like we are not going to fit into whatever this is going to be, because it's obviously going to be extravagant. It's obviously going to be everything. It's going to be gorgeous. And but we were having a really great time all day, the day of the wedding, just being like guessing who we think will be there and what we think will happen.
Right, because we all got an Airbnb. We didn't stay at the hotel because it was too expensive for us. So we got an Airbnb like 10 minutes away. So all day we're like, what's she gonna wear? What's this? Like very gossipy brunch girls.
Yeah.
But the boys joined in.
Yeah, because it's the Gigi Nets. It's the Niji wedding.
The Niji wedding.
I mean, it's impossible to assume that it's going to be subtle.
Yeah. And it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was extravagant.
But it was classy.
It was more traditional than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
We really all kind of guessed different animals that we thought might appear at different moments.
When the tiger would come out. One great thing about it though is it was this beautiful hotel. There's already been like articles. So it was at the Rosewood Miramar or something in Montecito, which overlooks the ocean, and it's beautiful, except that it's also on the train tracks.
Like directly on the train tracks.
And I think they timed it. I think they started the wedding late. So twice during the wedding, like Gigi had to stop in the middle of her vows for like a minute and a half train to go by.
It was
right behind them, like 20 yards away.
It was actually kind of perfect. Also, as soon as we got there, Elliot just whispered, "That's Pitbull," and I was like, "Where Pitbull?"
No way, really?
And no, it wasn't. It was just a bald man. And I was like,
damn it,
I was on edge to see absolutely anyone at any moment, and it was.
Was it a tall man?
It was a shawled man.
Okay, it was a short man. Got it. No, it was really great. I clearly had a really great time because the next day I was like, I just didn't even get to talk to Gigi. And Grace was like, you talked to Gigi.
Yeah, me and Ella were like, we're pretty sure we watched you talk to Gigi.
Then the next day they have like a follow-up barbecue, which we'll talk about. And I see Gigi and she goes, I can't believe we didn't get to talk last night. So me and Gigi were both so lit. We forgot we had an entire conversation on the dance floor.
Oh,
classic.
It was great. It was very, very fun. It was very silly. It was very goofy. Everyone looked insanely beautiful. And there was just like a lot of like sincere love everywhere. It was really sweet.
Yeah, it was a good wedding.
I loved it. It was really fun.
You know what I didn't love though? Realizing last night about 11 p.m.
What? What'd you leave behind?
My vibrator. In the bedside table. My magic wand and some lube. That's why I shouldn't put things in drawers.
Okay, yeah, don't put anything in drawers.
Well, because it was like you guys were coming in and out of the room, like borrowing hair dryers and stuff. So I was like, I need to put this fucking big ass magic wand vibrator in the bedside table. I left it there. I'm sorry, Chip. That was a gift. I immediately ordered a new one on Amazon because it's the new cordless one, because the other one you got to plug in and it's like, what am I doing? Having sex with a curling iron?
Oh, all right. Well, save it for if we get a sponsor.
But yeah, at like 11 last night,
my
fucking
God.
cold sweat broke through my body. And I was like, this beautiful, classy, rich ass family who lives in this villa in Montecito is going to find my magic wand.
Good for them. Good for them. You know, I mean, they're vegan and progressive. I think that they'll be okay.
What if it sparks romance? What if like it's on her side of the bed and she opens it because it's in like a pretty like silk pink container?
And at least you were in the room that I think is the parents' room, because
yeah,
I think
I was in the master.
Hannah and Ella were definitely in like the kids' room, because they at one point said we saw a kid outside the window.
We thought we might have a ghost.
The like owners were staying on the property.
Yeah,
at the
dad
same
was
time.
staying at the guest house,
but we thought it was just the dad until they came out of their room and they're like, we just saw a kid go into the shed.
No one wants a surprise kid entering a shed.
But it was funny because Ella was like, is she getting toys? And Hannah's like, she's a teenager. She's probably going to smoke weed away from her dad.
I was leaving toys. So yeah, so there goes my fucking Airbnb review.
We also broke 2 door handles.
No. They
were broken
anyway.
before we got there.
Anyway, so that was like a total and complete fucking freak out last night.
Oh, that's very fun. At least there's no like the good thing is you're staying with a group of people, so unless you put your label maker to work and wrote your name on it.
Yikes, it's bedazzled. What if I just got like a picture of Chip screen printed on the fucking head of the magic wand?
God.
That's so gross.
nuts.
Sorry if my parents occasionally listen to this.
But
that
what a
went
great
there.
DIY idea for all your bachelorette parties.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very fun. Yeah, the whole weekend was fun. Do you want to talk about the barbecue?
Yeah, we went to this bohemian barbecue.
The theme was gypset.
Yes, which I put that in my Instagram comment, and everyone was like, "Gypsy is a slur," and I was like, you know what? It kind of is.
Because I wrote gypsetters on Hannah's photo. I should go back and take a little look at that and delete it.
We'll see. But no, gypset.
Look, this wasn't our choice.
This wasn't our choice, but it was also we didn't know this was a style that's like bohemian professional, like someone who dresses bohemian but is getting on a private jet to Morocco.
Yeah, it's like the travel that rich people do to Coachella.
Right, exactly. It's like, look at me, I'm so bohemian off a helicopter.
I'm wearing a headscarf as a dress.
Yeah, so we had no idea how to dress. And of course, we just brought our hungover asses to Forever 21 the next day.
Oh, yeah, that was so... We were all very not... 100%.
Yeah, Grace Helbig, the coin term, going through it, like to the point where I went and checked out my stuff and then immediately knocked over how they have those brochures for like a credit card in a store, knocked them all over. They scattered across the ground. I'm picking them up, and then a girl's like, "Can I help you?" And the girl behind me, I'm like, "No, sorry." And then I stand up, she goes, "I know who you are. I've come to your shows." I'm like, great. Well, if there's peak me, it's still reeking of vodka from last night, buying Forever 21 and knocking shit over.
Yeah, but then immediately after that, I watched that all happen, and then I went to the H&M across the street and bought a couple things, and they were like, "Do you need a bag?" I was like, "No, I'll throw it in my Forever 21 bag." I put a bunch of stuff in, and the bag handle breaks immediately and falls all over the floor in front of a bunch of people. And I was like,
mess.
wow, if anything, I'm aiding other people and feeling more capable and better about their own the state that day.
We provide
perspective.
SMDHs. Just shaking my damn heads from across the way.
Yeah.
But we get back, we get all dressed and ready to go to the barbecue. However, the dress I bought, the waist wasn't cinched enough. Like, it looked cute up close, but in a picture, I looked like I was a full Renaissance Fair sack.
But you did well in the time allotted to figure out an outfit for this barbecue.
Absolutely. But no one had a belt.
No.
Like, the only people, like, Elliot had a belt. Chip had to leave, by the way, at 7 a.m. after the wedding. He had to leave the house at 5 a.m.
That's insane.
I cannot believe he made his flight.
I can't believe that either.
Insanity. The man is a machine. But so no one has a belt. So I do the thing where I'm just walking around the house looking for something.
And this is like the most Pinterest out boho house.
Oh yeah. It's like clean lines and like just occasional little artisanal touches.
Yeah.
So then I see that there's this massive dream catcher above my bed. So I just take a ribbon from that. I take a ribbon off the dream catcher and I come out and I tie it around my waist because it was like long ribbons. First of all, I didn't know if the dream catcher was already appropriation. So I was like, that's bad. Now we're going to a gypset thing. And maybe that's why all my dreams are terrifying.
Yeah, maybe that's why we're all having incredible stress dreams right now.
Dream catchers. I put it back.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you were very nervous about it. But then to hear that you've left your sex toy behind is...
Oh, fuck.
You've doubled down on this.
I can never return to Montecito. How will I visit my good friend Oprah?
I know.
Good Lord. It was a journey.
And then we went to the gypset barbecue that we were all... was I think more of a
it was tiny Coachella.
It was tiny Coachella and kind of like what we had all been hoping for over the weekend of like just this sort of like, pomp and circumstance, like
communal
kind of, situation. And the wedding was so traditional to see everyone now that we saw at the wedding the night before dressed in whatever their interpretation of this theme is.
Yeah, because Willem, you guys got to know Willem from Drag Race and from being fantastic.
Amazing.
Willem at the wedding was full like Southern gentleman, was wearing a yellow polka dot suit with his hair floofed out.
He looked like Blake from Workaholics.
But like with a classy hat.
Yeah.
And like Chip doesn't know who anyone is. So Chip was just like, who is that guy from Charleston? Like it full on looked like someone who would go to Patricia's house on Southern Charm.
I thought it was Blake at the Kentucky Derby. Like,
yes,
I was like, this is
perfect
a weird
way to describe it.
Yeah.
And so that's how Chip has met Willem. And then the next day, Willem was full in platform Crocs, booty shorts, dreadlocks. It was insane.
Full like rainbow. Yeah, Elliot, same way. I was like, that's Willem from last night. And he goes, That's incredible.
That's incredible.
That's really incredible.
It was such a good time. I think everyone was on mushrooms except us.
Yeah, we found out later because we all left relatively early. I went back and ordered Chinese food and watched Catfish.
Yeah. That's so us. Yeah, like cut to their Instagram stories. Everyone's fucked up and they're doing runway walks down the bocce court. And we are snuggled in watching the first episode of the Tana Mojo show and eating Kung Pao chicken.
Yeah, we were watching Tana Mojo's MTV reality show, and then we went straight to Catfish, and we're all having very aggressive opinions about the show that we're watching.
Oh my God.
It's 2019, guys. You can't be rocking some headphones that have cords and wires and other ways to trip you up on the treadmill. You need some wireless earbuds, which is why I'm going to tell you about Raycon, the stylish, sleek, comes in multiple color earbuds that, you know what? They're about half the price of normal premium earbud brands. The company was co-founded by Ray J, you know the one, and other celebrities like Melissa Etheridge, Snoop Dogg, Cardi B are also obsessed with them. Me personally, they sent me a pair and I have not stopped using them since. They are so comfortable, and I've got like these tiny little ear holes where when I put in a regular earbud, they just pop right out. These stay put to the point that I even fell asleep in them one night and wore them the entire time. Beyond the point. Today, we have got a special offer for you. All right. If you go to buyraycon.com/TMGW, you can get 15% off your order. That's buyraycon, RAYCON.com/TMGW for 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds. And if you've been eyeing a pair, now is the time to get an amazing deal. One more time, that's BUYRAYCON.com/TMGW. Buyraycon.com/TMGW. All right? Go get yours. Honestly, quit looking like a dork with cords coming off your ears. You're not a robot.
And I have to out Hannah right now because
okay. I went in to check. Elliot was going to bed. I went in to check on him for like a second, and I come back out, and things have happened.
Well, when we were at the barbecue, there was like like Grace is always going to be the first to leave. Yeah, that's just a given.
But also, we stayed pretty late the last night, so I felt like in my bucket list of people that I wanted to say hi to and say thank you, I was like, cool, I've managed this.
See, for me, I was like, I was on a roll. Yeah. People were enjoying me. Also, people were enjoying me, so I was going to give them what they want.
Well,
you know,
also, the house was so pretty, and Elliot didn't really know anyone, so I was like, "Cool, you've been a great date. Like let's go."
I was
enjoy
dateless for Saturday, and I never drank Aperol spritzes.
Oh.
Wait, or Aperol and soda, which might be my new jam. Really? Because it's like I drink so much and so quickly, and it's not like doing vodka sodas and then all of a sudden, bam, you're shit faced.
Right.
So I could sip on them. So I was having my Aperol spritz. So we stay a little later, and then Ella and I are like, I want to go, right? Hannah, let's go. We've been here a good like 4 hours. And I was like, I kind of want to stay. Yeah. We're like, okay, well, I'm going to take your fiance back to the Airbnb. You stay here, have a good time. We go back. We're in super chill mode. Hot tubs. Again, noodles, catfish.
We're taking pixel photos.
Yeah, we're just like, we are all under blankets like it's a sleepover. Grace gets up, goes, hangs out with Elliot, and here comes Hannah through the door. And she's wearing this black outfit. She looks like Troye Sivan in that Charlie XCX collab. And I mean it in the best way. She looked hot Matrix.
Yeah, she looked great.
And she comes in, and you can just like see the girl is a gone. She's a shit faced. And I love you, Hannah, but like it killed me. So she comes in. Look, I mean, honestly, with her little yellow hairdo and how sprout. Like it was kind of coming out of the
little Gary Busey.
She looked like Woodstock. From Peanuts doing Matrix cosplay. So she comes in and we're like, hey, how are you? And she's like, fine, whatever. And I'm like, there's a bunch of Chinese food in the kitchen, get some. So she goes in there. She comes back out. She's holding, a classic Chinese food container with chopsticks and just stands in front of Ella and I on the couch. And I go, what you eating? She goes, Chinese food, dude. I'm like, yeah, no, I know from the
the place that we ordered from
the food that I just told you to get, and you're holding a Chinese box. I go, I just meant, what are you eating? She just looks at me and drops the entire thing of Chinese food on the couch and the floor. I mean, like a mound.
And it's like a
of
white
sweet and
couch.
sour chicken. And we're like, and she just doesn't even react. And we're like, oh shit, like it's a rental. Specifically, there's like nothing in the check-in sheet on the Airbnb except like, this is untreated fabric on the couch. So if you stain it, you have to pay for it. And Hannah just is like not even reacting like that's a big deal at all. So Ella and I spring into action. We find like spray and I don't know, the stain thing. We do this. We clean it all up. Like 5 minutes later, we look, everything's in order. Hannah's already asleep.
Oh, yeah.
Hannah's already asleep in bed.
I came out when you guys were like scurrying around.
It was my favorite moment.
Yeah, I walked out and I was like, oh, Hannah came back. And you guys were like, she just dropped an entire container of Chinese food. And you guys were cleaning. I was like, where is she? She had literally just been
snoozing.
like, I'm going to bed.
Oh, I loved it, Hannah.
It was great.
Sorry we told that story, but that's what we do.
It's not incriminating. Like,
no.
I have a weird bruise above my eyebrow that I still don't know.
How does one receive an eyebrow bruise?
I don't know. That's my most curious moment of the weekend. That I'm like, I'm sure I did something where I stood up and hit like a cabinet or something.
My
not
God.
being like spatially aware. So I think all in all, we had a very wonderful weekend. And
it was fantastic.
It had the possibility to go real bad, but...
No, it was gorgeous. I was so excited to have made the cut.
Oh my God. That's the thing that I'm like, I was so nervous about it because I didn't know what to expect. And I feel like everything was really beautiful the whole weekend. And Gigi and Nats were so happy and they were so like just loving love. It was just really pretty.
And the guest list as well. There was one moment, which I don't know if it was overheard or not, but at one point, because between going, I know this sounds so fucking bougie and shitty. You're rolling your eyes in traffic right now, but like between going on vacation in Hawaii and going to Austin for RTX and then this, I'm like, my body is like waving the white flag, being like, no, let's get our digestion back. Yeah. Let's be sober for more than 6 hours, all that. But at one point I just went like, oh my God, I need a detox. And I looked to my right and it's Detox, the drag queen.
Detox is right there. And yep.
I was like, I can't say shit. I can't say shit. Someone's going to hear it.
Oh, it was so fun.
One thing I do want to ask you about.
Yeah.
Have you heard about, this is completely different from us talking about the last week. Have you heard about this rating Area 51 thing?
Okay, I saw on Twitter Moments this morning that they've memed a bunch of aliens, Area 51 stuff, but I didn't look into it. I figured you would have the scoop.
I don't know all the deets. This is, why would we? It's our podcast.
Yeah, we're not here to give you actual information.
Yeah, but I guess there was a petition or something started on Facebook that was like, let's raid Area 51, demand to see them aliens. And I believe they did phrase it, them aliens.
Dem aliens.
Dem aliens. I think it was started as a joke, but now like 500,000 people have signed it to be like, I'll show up on that day.
Okay.
To like go in there and find the aliens.
So is that what Area 51 is? I'm not totally familiar
Area
with
51 is the government
owned
base camp or whatever it is. That's supposedly that's where they keep the alien. Like it's out in the desert.
Right.
I wonder how close it is to Phoenix, by the way. Ooh, that'd be cool. But it's the area where they like
do testing
study and like there's the most sightings of spaceships, whatnot. And so former government workers have been like, yeah, we've had aliens there. We've dissected aliens. Yeah, we have. So now people want to see dem aliens.
Do I want to see dem aliens?
Well, I was going to ask you, do you believe in aliens?
I do.
Okay, me too.
I for sure believe in aliens.
For sure.
But it's scary, and so I don't know if I'd want to see dem up close.
I think I'd want to see dem.
Have you signed the petition yet?
No. I need to log off of Facebook. It's a fucking racket that steals our information and sells it to Russia.
Yeah, I also have to respond to some emails before I sign a petition to see an alien.
Also, I've never sounded more like a paranoid person in my life than saying I need to get off Facebook before I sign a petition to see them aliens. They're selling our information to Russia. Like, okay, calm down, National Enquirer. But no, I would want to see them and confirmation they're real, because also there's not one type of alien. There's a gajillion types of aliens. I sound off my rocker. No. But I would like confirmation that they exist. I think we're ready to know that life exists elsewhere, even just for sheer hope.
Yeah.
To get off this planet.
Yeah,
This
just
planet is about to be gone.
Yeah, I want a backup plan.
Were you scared of aliens growing up?
Yes, because E.T. was the first movie I ever watched that gave me nightmares.
Really?
Yeah, when I watched the scene where he goes through the cornfield and finds E.T. sitting right there, I know that's adorable to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I watched it when I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 or something, and that scared the fucking shit out of me.
Okay, 2 things. While you were watching E.T., my mom took me to go see Fire in the Sky.
I don't even know what
in
that
like
is.
5th grade. It's a full-on like horror film, like people. It's like based on real events, you know, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Where a guy like wakes up like on a ship, like in like a gel,
Oof.
like so gross, so scary. You know, there's all this like true story stuff to back it up. And I went and saw when I was in 5th grade, so I was like terrified of the world.
Yeah.
For months and months and months.
That's cool. And
so
nothing
scary.
has changed.
Nothing has changed. But have you ever done? Wait, have you been to Universal Studios? Because there's an ET ride.
Yeah, I've done the
Could
ET
you do
ride.
it? Okay, you could
I
do
was
it.
scared, but I like did it with my family when I was younger and was like tried to pretend because I like fundamentally know that this is not meant to be scary. This is
Right.
a sweet film. But I was still scared, but like trying to play it off cool. Like I'm almost a teenager and I can like handle this and this is fine. Also, speaking of ET, have you ever seen the audition tape for
Drew Barrymore?
No, the little boy.
The little boy, yes.
There's an unedited audition tape with Steven Spielberg in the room, and this little boy, I don't know.
Don't you love when you see someone who's 5 and you're like, you possess more talent than I'll ever have in my whole lifetime?
Entire range of the emotional spectrum is more profound than I'll ever have after years of therapy. Like,
But that's a testament to why Steven Spielberg is like so successful and huge, because there's also all the BTS of the making of ET, where like when it's over and there's the dying scene, like Drew Barrymore is like inconsolable.
Yeah,
She like loves this alien.
oof, it's
Well, I think we should go back to Universal, because the other thing I was going to say to you is someone told me the farting troll is now there.
is now back.
Is now at Hollywood.
Finally,
it was only in Orlando.
Okay, they saw our petition.
Yeah. I want to see them farting trolls.
Yeah. Oh, well, we have to. I got to see it in person like an alien. I got to see that it exists.
Confirmation.
Yeah, in real life. Wow.
Yeah, what a time.
Jeez, what an actual time.
If you want to hear more about farting trolls, etc., you should join our Patreon.
Yes, absolutely. There's lots of conversations about it going on over there.
Literally, we have our tier, the Pervs, which only has 69 members. And when we did our last Perv stream, Sean, one of our Pervs, was like doing a drinking trip at Universal that day.
That's right.
So just a little tie-in of getting up close and personal with us over on that Patreon.
Yeah, also, it's really funny because over the weekend I realized this morning when I was getting my car keys to come over here, I have the keychain that we gave all the pervs in their mystery box that says Perv Club on it. And I realized and I have the Pussy Posse keychain from your book that I gave all my keys to the valet over the weekend at this incredibly...
One that says Pussy Posse. And these look like hotel like motel drive-up ones. Another one says...
Perv Club
Perv
69.
Club Room 69.
So I just look like a fucking crazy person just being like, hold my keys.
I wish you would have left it in the bedside table with my magic wand that I left at an Airbnb. Oh my God.
I love it.
This whole fucking week got weird.
Got weird, guys. Don't forget, I think, at least pinned to my Twitter is all of the ticket links for the tickets of Dumber Summer. This Might Get Weird presents a Dumber Summer, all of our live shows that we're doing. So go get those.
There are regular tickets and there are VIPs where we will do a meet and greet with you after the show, and you'll get a signed poster, a limited edition poster for the tour. We really are excited to go on the road, and we want to see you guys. And while we're going to try to add other cities, we won't be returning to cities anytime soon. So don't not come to Minneapolis because you think we'll be back, because we're never coming back.
No, it gets cold there too much. And then also go to our patreon.com/This Might Get Weird. Lots of fun stuff going over there.
All right, well, we did it. This got fucking weird.